it was very difficult, which is why I have not removed some of my other ridiculous tattoos that had to do with men because they're harder. I just covered them up with something else. Hey guys, welcome to the official YouTube page for Calm Down with Erin and Charissa. This is where you can watch all of our ridiculous conversations and fun interviews. We have full shows, we've got pre-games, anything and everything that you guys could want. But first, you're going to have to subscribe. Just hit subscribe right there and you're good to go. And now you can calm down with us. Yep. Can you tell that we're reading this off a script? We hope so. All right. We need to calm down and wrap this bad boy up. Press subscribe. Thanks for listening. Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. Welcome to the pregame, everybody. I was so gross, and we'll see if we're going to use this. I don't know. We're going to use this. You're going to, you have veto power. And that came deep. Like, that was it. My dad used to rank me much to my mother's disdain. My dad would give me a score between 1 and 10 about how good my burp was. And still to this day, if I do it, and like from the other room, my mom will be like, I don't know if we're going to keep. No, we can't keep that. Let me see where you go with this. What do you mean? You didn't, it was like, oh my God. Okay, all right, go. Debbie 12, favorite mindless show to relax to. Mine is Real Housewives. Friends is a favorite. I had it on late last night. Oh, I need to tell you something. Why? I started watching Friends. I used to watch like an episode here and there. I was on the plane. I was coming back from New York, and I was just over the movies that are currently on rotation. So I was like, Erin loves Friends. I came home and then continued to watch seasons. You're so Rachel. Funny. Well, that's a nice compliment. I'll take that. It is so funny. I didn't even realize how good it is. But that is my new binge. I got to tell you, Steve will go like this. He's like, what are we watching tonight? Murder, Date, Rate, Crime? Because every night I like watching Dateline. So you do. I love Dateline because I feel like by watching all of these horrible things that have happened out there, then I can like arm myself with ways to not have them happen to me. Where it's like, okay, but that's not mindless. It is. It is. Okay. I'm very relaxed when I watch it because I'm thinking to myself, okay, just be grateful this isn't your life. And you can avoid the pitfalls of some of these terrible things that have happened by just focusing on your surroundings and not, do not walk in the street by yourself at 4 a.m. There's one or thing. That. Okay. Astrum 15, how to best support a friend going through IVF infertility struggles. You had to do that. Andrews? No, you had to do that. You had to help me. The best way to support you? Oh my God, I just think that reassuring you that everything you're doing is a step closer, and that even if it feels like you have all of these setbacks, your tenacity about it, your determination, you wouldn't take no for an answer. And you were relentless about making sure, no matter how bad it hurt, in all the different times that you like had disappointment happen, you're like, we're just going to do it again. We're going to do it again. And I think the best way to support that is just to highlight your friends or family members' dedication to it. And I think that it cannot be overstated how amazing it is to now see Mac here, because he would have never been here if it wasn't for the kind of person that you are, that refused to take no for an answer. So I would say just continue to support the person's determination. Just listen to your friend. Charissa did that all the time with me, and just listen, give the support. She's dead on. That's the best way to support a person going through those struggles. It's not easy. And honestly, half the time she probably didn't even know the right thing to say, but just the fact she listened and always encouraged me was the perfect thing to say. Oh, that's nice of you. Anonymous. We love these. Ooh. I just had a close friend nonchalantly mention she's not coming to my wedding during a group convo, and she had never previously said anything about it before. Literally broke my heart. Do I need to calm down and talk it out, or should I stop putting effort into this friendship? No, I would talk about it. Don't ignore it. Especially, you need to tell the person that bothers you that they didn't tell you they weren't coming. What about the fish or chicken that in a text chain? I think that's bizarre to put that in a text chain. Like, right? Yeah, I think group convo. I don't know if it was like a whatever. Whatever the situation was. It should have been like a one-on-one situation.
I had something happen where I was really excited to go to, I'll just say it, Casey McDonald, now Hosmer's wedding. She and I couldn't go at the last minute because I was going through something horrible. Right. And I just got to say about her, this wedding was... I mean, I can only imagine how much the place setting was that I was, not able to have. And for her in the last second, I mean, it was like 2 days before the wedding and I had to cancel and I felt terrible. She was so, so kind about it. She was like, I totally understand. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I felt awful. I just made this all about me. Shocker. But what I would say is, if this friend's just nonchalantly mentioning it in a convo, I think I might want to readdress. And like Casey and I were peripherally friends, but like we weren't really good friends. Yeah. And I felt awful not going to her wedding and having to tell her last second. So if this friend is a close friend, as you've demonstrated here in your description, I'm going to start to question how close of a friend that is. And it broke your heart. That's sad. So I don't think you should calm down. I think that if it really bothers you, you should text her on the side and be like, hey, in an effort to not, stifle my emotions here, like I want to say that really hurt my feelings that you mentioned it so passively in a group text, and you mean a lot to me, and it would have meant a lot that you were going to be at the wedding. I understand if you can't go for X, Y, or Z reasons, but I would have loved to get that text from you in a separate message. Agreed. At this point in my life, I'm just all about like, put it out there. Don't like then suppress your feelings towards her because you're just as bad as she is. I'd be like, go right to it.
I agree. You got this one.
I got this one. B12, B31. Which Olympic sport would you challenge the other two? Which Olympic sport would you challenge the other two? Or, I don't know what you mean. Like, would I challenge you to like do a like pole vault or okay, like got it.
Floor routine.
I just have the utmost respect for gymnasts. Like when I see those floor routines or that vault or that balance beam, I try to like walk in a straight line to see like if I can even like walk in a straight line. No, I like, oh my God, no diving. Or the synchronized swimming.
Practice diving.
Oh my, I said the same thing. What, like you have to, I mean, God, I worked with Greg Louganis on a show called Splash. And like to this day, like when he hit his head on that platform, like I thought the same thing. How do you practice that? And you get so close to the diving board and how they don't hurt themselves. It is insane to me. So tight. And then how about all of a sudden we become like so critical? I'm like, that splash is too big. Like this, like what? Like who do you think you are? Like it has to be literally like a little drop in the pool for it to be perfect. I don't know. The discipline in synchronized swimming to have to be upside down in the ab. Water polo, another one.
So treading hard.
Water. Treading. You were in the pool today with Mac. It's hard to tread water.
It was chilly. Okay, anonymous. How difficult was it for Charissa to get her tattoo wedding ring removed? Almost 20 years married, 3 children, and considering separating. First of all, that's so sad. I'm sorry.
I am sorry. I would say, I don't know who you are because you're anonymous, but I'd love to help you through a difficult time. It was 11 removals for 2. I had 2 black like lines here, and there was 11 removals. It was very difficult, which is why I have not removed some of my other ridiculous tattoos that had to do with men because they're harder. I just covered them up with something else. But I would say, especially on the wedding ring, if you do end up splitting, which if you do, I hope it's for the right reasons and something that will make you inevitably happy. But yeah, it's a tough one to get rid of, but no one needs to see that if you don't want to see it anymore.
Do you do a numbing cream at all when you try to get it removed?
Like, when you laser like your legs or whatever. Yeah, it's a numbing cream. But I was shocked how long it takes to remove these bad boys. But see ya.
Never want to be ya.
Kenzie Bockers.
This makes me sad.
Are adult friendships so hard? I never feel like I have the core group of friends. Okay, I'm going to speak about Kathy Thompson here because Kathy Thompson has said this before. My mother, who had a child at 18, my sister, and she never went to college and she never got any of those like experiences in life where you maybe meet some of your really great core group of girlfriends, because she jumped right into doing daycare and taking care of us. And like, you know, she has said that she misses having like a lot of girlfriends, but then at the same time, she's grateful for the very like close ones that she does have. So I would say this, and I really feel like this as I've gotten older. I used to have a lot more friends, but now I have really good friends. And there's some that are going to get cut off the roster here soon, because I'm all about trimming it down. Less is more, because I want to give the best of myself to the friends that I have in my life. And I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be phony. And I don't want to just give you a little bit of me. I want to give you all of me. And if I can't do that, then it's okay to have had different chapters with different friends. So I'm sad that you feel that way, but I would say don't think of it as like you've got to have so many friends. Just have like a couple good ones. And if you're having a hard time meeting those people, I would say put yourself in situations where go get involved. Like I went to a yoga class this morning where it's like if there's a couple people you keep seeing in that 9:30 sculpt class, like maybe you can create like a community of like, oh, Cindy, are you showing up for class tomorrow? Like just maybe sort of like-minded people that are doing things that you also like to do. Yeah. And maybe there's some natural friendships that can spawn from those things.
I love that. You and I have discussed this a lot recently. If it's too hard, it's not worth it. I don't have a lot of time, but for the people that I want to make time for and the people that it's easy to jump right back in. If I haven't talked to you in forever, by the way, I just haven't.
It's like 3 days, but that feels like a long time. Yeah,
I hate it. Yeah, we've had event after event. You've been busy. You have a lot going on, but it's always so easy to pick back up. And I just find those are the people you want to have in your life, and instead of like the 20 random friends that, what are you wearing? I'm good. I'm good. And with that, you don't have a verb for me? Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.